Hi all, Cynthia here, back doing a 12 by 12 layout, and I'm using these 3 photos here. So 2 4 by 6 and 1 3 by 4 photo. I do a fair bit of shuffling around. I couldn't decide on what I wanted the background paper to be. Not so much I've got that triangle paper in the background. I want to use that, but how do I want to back the photos? What am I going to put behind them? And I go through quite a few different varieties and options, and I get pretty set on this is the way I want the layout to look, with the 2 larger photos to the right there and that small one on the left hand side. In the end, I mix that up. I really like that. I don't know why I didn't leave it with the black. Looking back now, I think, oh, that really works. It really makes those photos pop off the page. But unfortunately, I didn't leave it. Looking back, I think, yeah, I really do like that. But, anyway, you'll see here I go, as I said, I mix it all up. I love all these papers. I'm working from my March kit from the Wild Hair Kits, and coming down to the last of the papers here and the bits and pieces. So these photos here are of my son, or our son, and my husband. They were working on an old dinghy. So we've had this old dinghy in our yard for the last, 6-7 years. It started off being just a dinghy in the sandpit that the young fella used to play in when he was younger. And then when he got a little bit bigger, we tied it up in some trees, and it used to be a big swing that he could swing up in the trees with. But now that he's that little bit bigger again, they decided to do it up and launch it on the dam. So this is what they're doing, working on it, and then there's one photo of it there in the dam. So I've pulled out these 2 papers from the 6x6 paper pad. That's from Pink Fresh Studio, Out and About. I think I like the dark colours, so that's why I thought I would go with those. And I'm just backing up the last of these photos. I've already backed up the other 2 photos on some white cardstock, but I also want this smaller one, I want to add some colour behind it as well, just to help it stand out a little bit on the page as it's a bit smaller. So I just grabbed this yellow stripe paper, and I'm going to give it a second mat around that one. I think that works quite well. So I really like the way that's looking, but you see I decided that I want this green paper to go across the top and across the bottom of the photos. So I trim that down, and now I'm going to trim it up again so it will go cover the top strip as well. At the time, I get quite caught up on the fact that it must cover the top and it doesn't look quite right, but looking back, it could have stayed where it was. There you go. I've cut all those pieces around, and you know what? It doesn't stay like that anyway. I'm getting pretty sick of fiddling around now, so I think in a minute I just swipe it all off, and I'm just going to say, right, I'm just going to start gluing things down. And the moment I do that, I mix it up and it all comes together for me. But you never can tell, can you? So I've grabbed a couple of these tags. I like the tag that I have up the top. I definitely know I want to keep that there. It doesn't quite have the same colour as the other tags or much else that's in this kit, but I really like it, so I'm going to make it work. This is it. This is where I've had enough. They're just going down. I'm just going to make it work. And actually, as I said, it's during this process that I decide that to mix it up a little bit, and I really like the way it come together. It's when I was going to put this photo down. Yep, just do it. Just put it down. I'm not 100% confident you can see, and I'm thinking, over there. Oh, and as soon as I go up there, I thought, yes, that works perfect for me up there. So now I'm coming back in with these tags and what I want along the bottom. After hacking up that 6x6 sheet, I decided it's not going to quite work for me, and I'll bring in this yellow stripe, and I do bring that in and tuck that along the bottom. Just switching those tags to the side. Got this little acrylic piece that says hooray. I thought I'd put that in there because, you know, talking about getting the boat on the dam and doing it up it's been long talked about, and they finally got around to doing it. So I was like, hooray, finally. I'm just going to pop that under there. I just like that little bit of green. It helps just break it up, those photos up a little bit from the back page. And now I'm going to stick everything down. I initially think that I'm going to put this hooray there, but I go into my thickers in a minute and I fiddle around trying out a few different thickers, and in the end I will move that hooray to the top of the page. You'll see that. Grabbing out some of these gorgeous epoxy paper clips, and I thought I was going to use 2, but you'll see again that in a moment I mix it up a little bit and only one ends up staying on the page. Having a look at the sticker sheets here to see what stickers I can use, thinking about where I'm going to put my journaling, and this is where I've gone into my stash and pulled out these stickers here, and I'm going to write my title, which is D.D.Donkey, because that is what the dinghy has been named, Damn Dingy Donkey. So that too quick. So I'm going to put those down there. What you don't see me do off camera is not a great deal, but and you'll see it in the close-up photos which are coming up. I grab out a couple of wood veneer pieces and I spray them with silver spray as well, just to be able to bring that silver to a couple of different other places. So I do that and I put them up the top around the hooray acrylic piece. These acrylic pieces have got a plastic covering coating on it, so you just need to peel those off. I use my glue runner there just to stick that down. With my title, I do come back in later with some glue and stick those down because they don't have much of a stick. It's one of those chipboard thickers, and we know how they fall off. Initially thought I would write my journaling on this, and I start to do that, and then I decide against that and I write the journaling on the adventure tag there to the left. And now I'm just going to add a couple of little stickers. There's not a lot of space left to be able to add too much. So I grab a couple of stickers, I stuck that down, then I realised I had to crook it, so I gingerly try to pull it up and stick it back down. And I think that is pretty much coming to the end of it. I put some twine in. As I said, I do those stars and you'll see those in the close-up photos. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't do any more. I could be wrong. So as always, you know, I hope you did enjoy the process. Give me a thumbs up if you did. I do add this little tag. I know that's right. I add this little tag up the top and I write the date on it. As I was saying, leave me a comment. Love reading all your comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. If you're not already, I'd love it if you are a subscriber, or if you would subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Close-up photos coming up. Thank you very much. Until next time, everyone, have a lovely day, a lovely week, or a lovely month, and I will talk to you on the next video. Until then, bye.